Good morning. Thanks for joining me for devotions today. We're going to take a break reading from Ephesians and instead read from Mark chapter 4, beginning in verse 35, a story from the Gospels about Jesus. On that day when evening had come, Jesus said to them, "Let us go across to the other side." And leaving the crowd behind, they took him with them in the boat, just as he was. Other boats were with him. A great gale arose, and the waves beat into the boat so that the boat was already being swamped. But Jesus was in the stern, asleep on the cushion. And they woke him and said to him, "Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing?" He woke up and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, "Peace, be still." Then the wind ceased, and there was a dead calm. He said to them, "Why are you afraid? Have you still no faith?" And they were filled with great awe and said to one another, "Who then is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him?" About, almost 9 years ago now, I was serving at a church and a tornado hit the town where the church was and caused some loss of life, caused significant damage to the elementary school across the street, and caused some damage to the church itself. Blew out its windows. After the repairs were done, a stained glass window had been made to replace one of the windows that had been shattered. And we thought about what verse to put on that window. And this was the verse we chose. "Peace, be still." Mark 4:39. Jesus speaks into the storms that rage around us, both physical and metaphorical, and claims that he is in charge, that he has power over the wind and the sea, and says, "Peace, be still." Imagine what this would have looked like if Jesus hadn't been physically present, if there was no one for them to wake up who was sleeping in the stern of the ship. What do you think would have happened to the disciples? What do you think Jesus meant when he confronted the disciples afterwards and said, "Why are you afraid? Have you still no faith?" Do you think that he meant they didn't need to be afraid because Jesus was with them and Jesus wouldn't allow harm to come upon him physically? Or do you think he meant something else, something that we could learn from? There's probably a lot in this passage. It's one that bears reading and rereading and remembering when we are threatened to be overwhelmed by the storms around us. May you feel Christ's peace today. Would you join me in prayer? God, wherever we look today, allow us to catch a glimpse of you. And whenever others look at us today, allow them to catch a glimpse of you. Amen. Have a blessed day.